Obviously the shipyard. It is Friday the 20th, again lunchtime, so most people are off the boat. It is exactly 4 days since the last update, so we've had significant progress in all areas. I thought I would start on somewhere I hadn't been before, just like on Monday's video. I went down to the forward machinery space that was underneath the crew floor. Hadn't done that before. To give you a view of that, I thought I would start this video in another place that I hadn't taken the video before. So we are on the foredeck right now, just in front of the windows for the master stateroom. So the anchor windlasses will go over here, and we have finished out the chain locker. So I thought I would jump down there, take a look at everything that's been going on down there. So this will eventually get the raised hatch over here that will hinge up. But let me just pause right now and jump down there. Okay, so hopefully the audio is going to be okay in here. It's a little echoey. So I've made it all the way down the bottom. So this is the chain locker. Basically the box right here. We can see it's a recessed box. That's where the anchor will be pulled in, tight against into the box, so it sits flush to the hull. The only piece of hot work we still have left to do here will be the hose pipe, which will go in this area, and it will connect up into the raised platform right here. And so the fluke of the anchor will be in there. The anchor will go around the capstan right here, and then it will drop into the bins that we have built. We've got 2 bins, obviously, with the 2 anchors. And the way that we've designed these bins, these are steel channels that fit down here. And this might be a better example. And basically we take some of the old school planking, scaffold planking, the really thick, heavy, dense planks of wood. We clean them up and we put them in. They're usually 1.5 inches wide by about 12 inches, the plank, and we will just slide them down the channel until they stack up, and here, and on center line. And we're even protecting the metal bulkhead. The wood planks will even go up there. So these are sacrificial wooden planks, but they're very heavy duty, so they'll last for years and years. But what that also does, because all the chain is stored in here and just comes in and out very fast. So whatever you put on there needs to be sacrificial and to protect the wood. So using the planks this way also keeps everything, the noise to a minimum. It's not, so you haven't got metal clanking against the metal. It's actually sitting against the wood. And then as the chain stacks up in the hose pipe, right here, you saw on the other update where we had plumbed. This is the crew's quarters bulkhead right here. So opposite to this will be all of the insulation you saw at the very forward part of the crew. So we have a pipe coming up here that is for the deck wash, but it will also go into the hose pipe. So as you are dragging up the anchor, we can also do a freshwater wash down on the chain to get rid of most of the whatever remnants and dirt and sand is left on it. So, and all of the salt water will be washed off, before it gets into the box. But then obviously the chain is coming in wet. So the way we've designed the box, if I go down, another level, the chain all sits onto this grid, which is a perforated, very thick steel plate. Takes all of the weight, so all of the water will drip through that. And we will make a tray in here with a bilge pump on it. So all the water will then come through into the catchment area. The automatic bilge pump will then pump it all the way back up, and the water will go back out of the hose pipe, right up there. So just more levels of detail, even into the machinery space. And then, I'm struggling to stand here at the moment because we also got a watertight hatch. I'm sitting in a chain bin right now. We have a watertight hatch here that when you're underway, obviously, well, it's going to be down. And then on this next level down is let's see if I can get my camera in there, the bow thruster tube. So all of the bow thruster tube is also in its own watertight area. And that lid just closes shut. And you've got little storage here. This is what I was standing on previously. Little storage here for fenders, and you could deflate them and store more in here, and behind the ladder will be a good place for deflated fenders. We'll also have a air supply up here, so you can easily inflate everything, right from a compressed air socket that's in here. So this is the very forward part of the boat where all the chain's going to be stored. So, I will just take a quick pause right here while I climb back out to go around the rest of the boat. To get out, but let us go around the rest of the boat. So we'll go back into the master stateroom through the patio door. And what has been going on here is we finished off the, you saw the cable trays going in on Monday. We've now finished all the trays in this block, and just looking at the transition of these cable trays, we can see how beautiful all the wire runs are going to be, just from the detail they put in getting the wire trays in. So we will walk downstairs. Our carpenters, as I mentioned before, had arrived from the factory to start with the interior of the crew area. Now keep in mind, the last video was 4 days ago, and the guys had a day of orientation and getting everything ready. So as I go down there, this is basically about 3 days worth of work since you last saw it on Monday's video. So let me get back to my spot in the bulkhead and explain what's been going on. Actually quite a lot. So what we've done is each of the individual squares that were sitting in the frames had to be leveled. Each had to be leveled up and glued and secured in place. So that was the first thing we did. Then once that was in, we could lay over all of the plywood, all of the floor, to make sure everything fit and aligned. So we dry fit that first, basically to make sure everything was good on this side of the bulkhead and everything forward up there. Once we were comfortable that, yep, everything fits inside of that. Then the floor was screwed down, was attached and screwed down. And it's a little hard to see the seams, but I'll try to point them out. What we did in the factory, this is 25 millimeters plywood, and we cut slots into one side and the other side, and we put, I don't know what the technical word is, but we call them biscuits. So each seam has four biscuits in it, and what that does is it glues the two pieces together and secures them. So when you step on a seam, they're not going to, one's not going to go down while the other stays up. So it prevents squeaking in floors. So all of this has been biscuited and glued together. And once it's been glued together, we even put 5200 on the top of the seams. So this is down permanently now, and you can check the alignment of this is where I was down on Monday, showing you some of the freshwater equipment. This is now the hatch going down. So the wood floor fits perfectly to the metal floor, and we will make a nice mahogany combing that fits down there. So everything right now is fit up going to plan. All of these brackets we welded prior to the insulation going on was to hold these. This is mahogany beam. So this is solid hardwood right here, and this is screwed to these metal frames. And then we put our two layers. We put an inner layer and an outer layer of the walls. Basically that creates these hatches that we can pop off and get wires down even at a later date. Oh, here, I'm not sure if the video can show it. These are the slots for the biscuits. Actually, they left a biscuit. Oh, it's glued in one side. So this is glued into there, and then this panel has the same slot, and this is glued into that. And then all this is glued together. So it's very well secured. And you can see the tolerances that absolutely this panel cut on CNC is absolutely dead square. So you can see no trimming. Nothing went onto this panel. It's just everything is squared up just the way it was in the mock-up. Oh, I'm watching out for the hatch, open hatch. But this is the seam between the two, and this is one panel, this is another. And because of it's a 42 millimeter thick wall, we back cut some of the foam here and there, and this has actually got a thick spline in it. And then we just nail the two together when the seams are tight and glue everything up. And this is our corner post that from the factory I'd mentioned a while ago, how the walls just snap together. This is how quickly it goes. Basically, after orientation and getting the materials set up, this is 3 days worth of work, and it's still only lunchtime today. So hopefully it's starting to look familiar. This is the opening now to the captain's captain's cabin, and the bathrooms is almost framed out. Now the reason why we've got two different colors here is, as I mentioned before, the gray that we put on everything is a general purpose sealing for all of the plywood and hardwood and everything, and then we caulk the seams. So it just protects moisture or any spills getting into the wood to protect it. But the bathrooms are constantly in a wet area. So typically when we build a shower, we'll build the enclosure and cover it in a material called West System. It's a West system. It's basically what it's called, West system. It's an epoxy. It's an epoxy coating, and this is, and we not only do the shower enclosure, which is here, we do the entire bathroom with this. So even in this is the shower walls. This is all pre-done at the factory. And then once all of these are put together and all of the seams, we will do another coat of West system on the entire area, just to protect all of the wood in the bathroom. So that's another detail that we like to think we do, as opposed to some of the others. And again, this is now the crew. So these are the 2 crew bathrooms. And we will start working on this bulkhead, and then our panels will start working back this way. Once we know the floor is exactly dead level, we know it is between the metal structure one side. We've put these panels on, so we know our joiner bulkhead is dead square to everything. We will do this, we will get to this stage. Oh, spin the camera too fast. Over here, and then once we're there, we know everything is going to be aligned and fit within this area. So that is the update and the ongoing work from the crew area. And another detail, as soon as these walls go in, this one here, we can then install 2 major AC electrical panels, which are already built and sitting in the stockroom. We can install those, and then the electrician can start terminating everything in there. So that's how quickly this can get put together. Now, this is a little bit of a tornado in here. It's an insulation tornado, because we've been doing all of the overhead in here. And with this being Friday lunchtime, we don't start Tidy Friday until 3:30. And I thought I don't want them to tidy up twice in a day. So I said just leave it. So that's why it's a little bit more messy than what we're used to. But we do have, this is a staging area for all of our walls right now for the crew area. So this pile will go down as that starts filling up. And this is the reason why we left these big openings through the bulkheads. And just let me pop back in here. The joiner wall will stop here for now until we've got everything in and built, and then we will close this up. And as you can see, we've already got welded on there all of the anchors for the mahogany beams, and the mahogany beams are already here somewhere. So that will, as soon as we've loaded that will come up, and then our focus will be to start sending everything for this area. So that's why we're having them finish everything in the overhead right now. Usually I like to do the overhead work when we've got the floor down for safety reasons, but we took all of the temporary floor planks out of there and put them in here, so they can work quite safely in the overhead. So that's the ongoing work down here. We have more staging area. This is all of the ship side to the crew. So as the walls go in, they use them from what's downstairs in the guest area. Once that guest area empties, these will then get moved down into that area. But you can see here, this is the AC planner. It's already got all of the black Rubitex insulation in it. We've already got the connectors for this, so when they go to install this, we'll put the connector on and we'll put the hose on. And we've already got the closets here. I think these are the crew, forward crew. Let me check. Yeah. Yeah, this is our coding system right here. So 624 tells me it's the forward crew, port starboard side. 13's a closet. So this is all I code for when we're actually building this. But for the install, we just need, that is the starboard side forward crew wardrobe, closet. And then we got all of the ship side. This is the window box for the crew area already built. Basically, we just take that out the packing, put it up once all the bulkheads are in. We secure both sides to the bulkheads. Under the lower side will be secured to the lower framing, which is here, and then we secure the top to the frame of the boat. And then just some more random parts. Not sure what these are, but 622 would be the port side crew, so not sure where it goes, but I know it goes in that cabin. So that is the lower deck. We'll go down and see what's been going on in the engine room over the last 4 days. Oh, hopefully my sound's okay in here as well. So on Monday they had just put the cleaned up and put the finish primer on the lower part of the structure. On Tuesday we put the first coat of finish, and Wednesday the second coat, and then yesterday, Thursday, we installed all of the floor framing. So this is all, it's bolted together, but it is in now permanently, unless we have to remove it to put pipes or anything in it. So this is now where we've got the, I made them put some plywood down because I didn't want to take my shoes off in here. So that's the benefits of being the boss, I think. So, but this is where the finished floor height's going to be. This plywood is now sitting on the frames. So you can see it's, as I walk down the step, but it is a 2-level engine room. And the reason for that is because up here, this is where the big, well, it's a massive block from the SCR system for the IMO Tier 3. We got to put a big, huge block in here what the main engine exhaust goes into it and then comes out of it and goes right down there. But it sits quite low. So it sits there. So what we've done, what we designed into it, was to put a step. So this will be that's the step down. So you can actually walk underneath of it. So that's the reason for the 2-tier floor, this step. And then generator sits right here, and we got fuel transfer pumps tucked in underneath. Underneath here, we have the big sea chest for the raw water. That will actually, the top of it will actually come up above the deck, and we put a big thick plexiglass or acrylic glass top on it. So it will be visible at all times. And then all of the piping for the sea chest will run underneath this. You can see we've raised the floor up a little bit. This is behind the engine, so you won't be walking back here. But we raised it up a bit just to get the pipe work underneath for all of the cooling pipes, which will come down the middle. So next stage is, you can see right here, we are just starting to put in the cable trays. So all of the massive cables are, see, they started to bring them through, but once we got the cable trays in, all these will just start running up. And then the electrical panel again fits there. That's probably one of the first things we'll be we'll be loading. That's sitting in the stock room as well. And let me get to the back. You can see the benefits of the design of the cable trays now. And all of the finished panels will go above and below it, and we've got full access at all times to these cable trays. And this one gives you a good idea. I think these are just going off to this is the air conditioning chillers. So a lot of cabling work has already started in here, as the painters were painting in here at the same time. So we got a bit of a jump start on the wiring. That is the engine room. It's a little dark in here, so I'm not sure if we can see it, but the rotor tubes. Let's see if I can. The rotor tubes are all welded out in there. They're still welding the outer tubes. There's an awful lot of welding going on there, so they're still welding those. The grid I said they were building on Monday is all fully installed. This now allows us to put any decorative finish we want on there, backlight it, recess anything in it. So that just gives us a lot of options putting that grid in there for the finish. They've marked out, I'd explained the door, that we'd finished all the designs for the door. Let me step back over here. And they've marked it all out and ready to cut. These are guides for where they're going to be cutting out the radius and putting in the box that has the straight edge in it with the shaft. Now they've marked everything out. They're actually in another shed somewhere building the box. Once the box is built, we'll just cut this out and pop the box in. So that's all been going on since Monday also. And that's not all. As we go down here, I had showed you the start of the bar getting built and showed you a plate sitting on the floor. This is now the bar a few days later. Now you can see it's upside down. So it's upside down and backwards right now, so it's maybe a little hard to comprehend. But the plate I showed you with the stew sink was right over there. And then we got the grill, which is recessed down, so the grill top is flush with the bar top. Only the lid will be pronounced. And then we got an ice maker here and storage, the L shape with the major sink here. And then this is just all countertop, but along here and the angle and down there we'll have that has the raised bar in it here. So this is 36 inches from the deck, and then the raised bar will be 42 inches from the deck. And along here we'll have, I believe we have 6 bar stools going around here. And then, as I described before, this gets the refrigerator, and then this gets a wine cooler or beverage cooler. So that is the stage we're at with the bar, and a lot of attention to detail in this bar. This is where it connects to the ship side. So we've actually built, where is it? It's probably easier. Maybe here we've built a step, which going up, but it actually goes down. This step, any water or anything that's spilt onto the bar top doesn't go overboard, straight overboard. We put a gutter in there that starts all the way. This is forward, so this goes against one of these seats. And where am I? This little part here is the the gutter. So any spill will get caught in that and will drip down all the way down here and then disappear down, and we've got a deck drain right in the deck, right for everything to drain into. So again, just more attentions to detail. All of the holes you see here, we'll put a wire tray in there, so we can run all our cabling nice and neatly right in the far side of the bar. That is the bar, and I know we were working on the fairing, which on this side is now, they've got the first layer on this side. So they were just starting to work on this on Monday, this fairing. And let me take you back up onto the boat, because we've been busy on the top deck as well. I don't want to leave the painters out of this update. Again, here's the outer tubes, just a massive amount of welding around the tube and the bracket. So that's still ongoing, and it's controlled welding as well. That's why we've still got the wire in there. So every time they put a pass on it, we've got to check the alignment, make sure everything's still good. But the rudder tubes all fully welded in. So that all should be finished very, very soon. Oh, let me just run back to the engine room, because I think we've started I think I saw them with the pipes in there this morning. Yeah. Here's all the AC bilge piping. It's already made, painted at the same time we painted the floor. And yeah, I'm not sure if you could just make out, but we have all of the flanges here from the AC bilge that run through the boat forward, and they've just started connecting all of these pipes. The manifold for the AC bilge will go right just around here. So we'll hard pipe everything here, and then we've just got a short piece of flexible hose. And we've got over there, hopefully, I'm not sure how to zoom, but right over there we got the grey and the black water that connects to these flanges, and they basically just go to the pumps right here. So all the piping is also starting to go in. Oh, missed those. Yeah. These are the AC pipes from the garage and the steering lazarette area. So these are all just getting bolted in now for good. And so we put another layer of fairing on, and up here and on the console. I don't think that was there on Monday, so they've got another layer on everything up here, and they've also started putting the layers onto the bulkhead and the console area. So now, even with that next layer on, the lines become even more fair and beautiful, and the corners and edges become even more crisp. So everything is now getting closer and closer to the finished fair edges. And the best view for this, for those that have CCTV, this camera right here gives you an absolutely perfect view of the lines and how crisp they're coming in and how fair everything looks. And you can get a really good idea from that camera, the finished shape of everything. So that ends the update for December 20th. And next week I will be back in the factory, but most of our workers are here doing the install. So I'm not expecting big updates from the factory this week. But that is the update for now. Let me swing around and end on the final view. And that is the update from the shipyard for now. I will talk to you later. Bye. Okay, so I just wanted to add an update to the update video from lunchtime. It is now 4:30, so our guys here are just wrapping up for the day. But I just wanted to document, we have the first piece of finished walnut actually on the boat. So this is the crew pantry, and you can see we're going to run the freshwater lines up through the inside. So we've had to trim out the top and the bottom, and then we're going to build a small Formica cover for the water pipes. But all this was already built, fully complete with Formica interior and the door jamb. The walnut finish door jamb is already on. So this is how quickly it goes with leaving those big holes in there. And also, for good luck, we included the closet finished out for the master stateroom. So that is already in as well. The beauty of building everything in the factory, and you can see here all the tolerances that we work to, that we have. So bracket just finishing, goes through exactly where we planned. Plenty of clearances on the top, or just enough clearances to maximize. And down here, toe kicks all lining up with the wall as planned. So this is the update about 3 hours after the first update. So I just wanted to add this to the video. And also, since I'm on this side, we've also got big updates from this afternoon's work in the master stateroom. Uh-oh, our guys are camera shy that are still working. If it was me, I'd like people to know I'm still working and be on camera, but they're all running away. So I just wanted to pop in the other side of, I showed you earlier where they started putting in the AC bilge lines. But this side, now on this side, you can see, if I try not to fall in, you can see the tolerances we have here. How tight everything is screwed in. These are in now. They're all gasketed, sealed, bolted together. So these all come, they've got to stay very tight because the raw water sea chest has to pass by them right here, and that's going this way. So everything is super tight. Here we've got a MPT male pipe thread. So we'll go to a coupling and JIC fitting. And the manifold, as I mentioned, will go right here with the hose just going straight into it. and now they've just got these two pipes over here to put in. Over there, you can see here we've got the one tray for the grey water discharge pump and another tray for the black water. So we've got 3 more pipes in here, 3 more flanges, 1, 2, 3, which are the tank vents. But those pipes are built, but they come up this bulkhead that we are leaving out right now. So as soon as this last piece of the bulkhead goes in, they'll be bolted in. So that's another quick update on the update. So as I say, the factory, it is some kind of military day here tomorrow. So the factory is closed. So that's why I wanted to just give another late day update on the video. So that's it for now. I shall talk to you later. Bye.